truthful. So truthful is not just a matter of not lying in the speech. It covers everything: your action, your intention, how you behave to other people, your uprightness. In fact, one of the greatest scholars called Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah stated clearly, I'm going to read to you a very good phrase that he used about truthfulness. Truthfulness is the greatest of stations. From it sprout all the various stations of those traversing the path to God, and from it sprouts the upright path, which if not trodden, perdition is that person's fate. Through it is the hypocrite distinguished from the believer, and the inhabitant of paradise from the denizen of hell. It is the sword of God in his earth. It is not placed on anything except that it cuts. It does not face falsehood except that it hunts it and vanquishes it. Whoever fights with it will not be defeated, and whoever speaks it, his word will be made supreme over his opponent. It is the very essence of deeds and the wellspring of spiritual states. It allows the person to embark boldly into dangerous situation, and it is the door through which one enters the presence of one possessing majesty. It is the foundation of the building of Islam, the central pillar of the edifice of certainty, and the next level in ranking after the level of prophethood. Remember, prophethood is so high. But according to the Ibn al-Qayyim, truthfulness, which many of us may not fall in this category, is ranked next to prophethood. Okay, see, we are not allowed to lie, and we discussed with some people, except on 3 conditions. What are the conditions?
The wife to prevent 2 brothers fighting.
Yes.
Prevent war.
No. Okay, first of all, true, husband and wife. So if your wife asks you, am I pretty? You must say yes. You cannot say no, even though your wife is not that fantastic looking. Because it would create so much problems. If your wife asks you, is my food nice? You must say yes, very nice. If not, there'll be World War III, definitely. So husband and wife, you are allowed to lie. Common sense. Okay, this is Allah's law. That's why Islam is so wonderful. You're allowed to lie with husband and wife. Okay, so the next one is between 2 brothers. If the 2 brothers are not in talking terms, you are allowed to lie, not blatant lie, in order to bring them together. For example, I was telling somebody, for example, if Ridwan and Abdullah is not talking, so Ridwan was telling me that, oh, give my salam to everybody in Steps2Allah. So I would tell Abdullah, oh, Ridwan send salam to you, knowing that definitely he didn't say salam to Abdullah. So in order for them to be patched up together, this is called lying, but not blatant lie. Okay, you are allowed to twist the words. The third one that you're allowed to lie is in times of war. Okay, for example, if somebody was asking, there's a war and people are looking for me, you cannot say, oh, and the people are asking, where does he live? You can't say that he's living somewhere else. You cannot reveal the place.
Fear of death. If you know your life, you are not allowed to lie then?
No. Okay, there is a story I know that for example, in those times when those Sahaba, when they were tortured, and outside they can verbally say that they are not Muslims, as long as inside, yes, but that was in those times. Later said yes, it's only 3 as far as we know. Okay, so that's why truthfulness is very difficult. How many of us have lied? God knows how many. Only 3. There's no such thing as a white lie in Islam. Sorry? Yours is a bit tricky. But let's not expose your stuff. Okay. So supposed to, but you know, I say not supposed to, yeah. So these are three conditions according to the hadith, yeah. Now, in a hadith, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, I order you to be truthful, for indeed truthfulness leads to righteousness. Okay. A man continues to be truthful and strives for truthfulness until he is written down as a truthful person with God. And beware of falsehood, for indeed falsehood leads to sinning, and indeed sinning leads to the fire. A man continues to tell lies and strives upon falsehood until he is written as a liar with God. So it's very important for us to know that not to lie, because a truthful person is written in paradise and will lead to paradise, inshallah. That's why the ranking is just next to prophethood, which is so high. Okay, let's look at the verses in the Quran which stated about the prophets of Allah. Turn to Surah number 19, verse number 41. Okay, 19 verse number 41. Allah stated, have you record it? Talking about Abraham alayhi salam. وَذَكُرْ فِي الْكِتَابِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ إِنَّهُ كَانَ صَدِّيقًا نَبِيًّا. And mention in the book Abraham, surely he was a most truthful prophet. Same surah, number 54 now, verse number 54. وَذْكُرْ فِي الْكِتَابِ إِسْمَاعِيلَ إِنَّهُ كَانَ صَادِقَ الْوَعْدِ وَكَانَ وَسُولًا نَبِيًّا. And mention in the book Ismail, surely he was a man true to his word, and he was a messenger, a prophet. Same surah, verse number 56, talking about Idris. وَذْكُرْ فِي الْكِتَابِ إِدْرِيسَ إِنَّهُ كَانَ صِدِّيقًا نَبِيًّا. Yeah. Which means, mentioned in the book Idris, surely he was a most truthful prophet. Okay. Turn to Surah number 12, verse number 46. Now addressing Joseph or Yusuf. 12, number 46 in the first part. Yusufu ayyuhas siddiq, which means Joseph, O most truthful one. Am I going too fast? It's okay. Got it? Okay. Now turn to now talking about Maryam. Turn surah number 5, verse number 75. In the first part, 5:75. ما المسيح ابن مريم إلا رسول قد خلت من قبله الرسل وأمه صديقة, which means the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, was no more than a messenger. Many were the messengers that passed away before him. His mother Mary was a truthful one, a believer. Okay, the next one, we're talking about the believers in Surah number 49, verse number 15. 49 verse number 15. Innamal mu'minuna alladhina amanu billahi wa rasulihi thumma lam yartabu wa jahadu bi amwalihim wa anfusihim fi sabilillah ulaika humus sadiqun, which means the believers are but those people who believe in God and his messenger without ever feeling doubt thereafter, and strove with their souls and possessions in the way of God. Those are the ones who are truthful. Again, saying about the truthfulness. Okay, so the first part, as we were looking in Surah number 2, verse number 177, we're talking about the truthful people. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Okay, the truthfulness is so important. Anybody, any questions so far? Okay, we will take a short break, yeah, of about 5 minutes. The next part, can you imagine we have been talking for about 1 hour just for one verse, yeah, so because there's so many things to discuss. The next one, we're talking about taqwa. Who are the taqwa? Who are people with taqwa? Yeah, before we come to the topic of the main topic for today, which is dua, yeah, part 2, inshallah. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay.
So,